Hey, welcome here from inside of Pocono Raceway. It's the Hershey's 175 as the Electric Racing Tour gets ready to make its final ascent toward the overdrive period. We're here from the Tricky Triangle here in the Pocono Mountains. It's Pocono Raceway, the track that fans love and drivers hate, and the track that allegedly made Jimmy Johnson suck. With that being said, we are here for the 13th round of the Electric Racing Tour Hankook E-Cup Series season, as 6 of the Electric Racing Tour's best get ready to conquer the Tricky Triangle. Last season, Sushi X Panic won the race here. However, she is not in, or they are not in attendance today, so we will have a new winner here at the Tricky Triangle. That being said, let's take a look at your Hankook driver spotlight to see who to watch for in today's race. Starting off with Max, who has finally decided to show up to a race. Please stop raping one another. He's finally decided to show up to a race for once in his life, and right now he is kind of on the razor's edge in terms of his point standings. He lost the lead from the point standings. He's still overdrive eligible right now. However, he is going to try to make up some of those points today. However, he qualified on pole and should be in for a good race today. A very fast Ford Mustang Mach-E behind him. Also, as you can see by the stickers, looking for his 5th win of Season 5. Next up with him is Raffies. Now, admittedly, Raffies is not quite the master on ovals as he is on road courses, although he does have an oval win. Raffies will be trying to go three in a row this week after winning at both Porto Alegre and last week in Portland. And then with that being said, Michelina is going to be the last one to keep a look at here. And she has kind of struggled a little bit this season on the ovals here in the Cup Series. However, that Marty Robbins throwback Ford is going to be one to watch today, not just because it looks like a pretty good car, but Michelina might be able to find a way to really light the field on fire. We saw how she has done on some of the bigger ovals in the Electric Racing Tour, and we know what she's capable of from her work in the Truck Series, and that number 87 Ford Mustang Mach-E will be one to watch. Also, a little bit of a bonus here, Rapid Skill. He was competitive last season here at Pocono Raceway, so we completely expect Shark Motor Club to really put their best foot forward here today as they try to further extend their points lead over Perez Motorsports in the Owners' Championship. With that being said, we ask you that if you are able, please rise and remove head cover as we honor America here on this 4th of July weekend, here on America's 250th birthday with the playing of our national anthem. Drivers, start your engines. And with that being said, 6 drivers taking the fold here today. And by the way, here on Perez Sports Network, we have a guest with us here today. Please welcome to the booth Impartial American, a.k.a. Immortalis Impartial. Glad to have you with us here today, and introduce yourself.
First of all, thank you for having me, Nick. I appreciate it. I appreciate this opportunity, but I'm Immortalis Impartial. I race the number 23 Red Bull truck in the E-Truck Series. which you'll be able to see next week at 2 p.m. Eastern. Anyways, I've done a little bit of commentary. I've commentated for the NRRA Cup Series, the EDRS IndyCar Series, and I'm getting ready to commentate for the ROBLOX Sports Car Association Endurance Series.
Wow, so pretty good body of work there, and he'll be with us here in the booth. We're giving him a little test run. However, if he does well today and behaves himself, this could be a more permanent thing. With that being said, tell us a little bit about the track and what can these drivers expect today here at Pocono?
Yeah, so 3 turns, not like your normal 4-turn circuit. These drivers should expect to have difficulty, especially with turn 2 coming out of that turn into turn 3. And as Marcel is pointing out in chat, that is one of the biggest endurance leagues in Roblox. So yeah, anyways, but these drivers should just expect to close racing today. Like I said, only 3 turns. It's gonna be an interesting race.
Well, we know that it's the tricky triangle for a very good reason. Each corner is completely different, and these drivers will have to really adjust their strategy depending on the corner. Each 3 of these corners are extremely different in one way or another, but the one turn that we're really concerned about is the tunnel turn. That is probably the most treacherous part of the circuit, and this track is very quick. These drivers will be getting up to about 190 miles an hour, or just shy of 300 kilometers an hour. With that being said, the question we all have on our minds, though, drivers, are you ready? Today's race, as you can see on the ticker above, is going to be 42 laps long around the Pocono Raceway. Of course, the race today is the Hershey's 175 because there is actually a town called Hershey in Pennsylvania. And by the way, Glenn just joined, so you are in time.
Yeah, I'll bring him.
Oh, I got him. It's fine. I already brought him. But with that being said, drivers are all, well, not everybody's ready to go, but once Glenn gets into his car, we will be ready to go for the second Hershey's 175. No trophy today, but the drivers will still be looking to go into victory lane. They'll get a little Hershey's chocolate bar or something as a present. We'll put it in the mail for them. But that being said, Maxwell leads here, and he'll be looking for his 6th win on the season, I believe. So with that being said, we'll keep an eye on the points battle. Funny Raffy's your new points leader with 495 points. Glenn is behind him in 2nd place somehow. I don't ask me how. But drivers are all ready to go. Countdown will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag in the air from Pocono Raceway.
And you mentioned it. Raffy's your new points leader here in Cup Series. Raffy's one of my teammates. He's been doing an amazing job in Shark Motor Club.
Well, that he is.
He's put in.
Oh, trouble!
And we got
Turn 1. Oh, we got an Earnhardt. Oh, they keep it going though. Still green. Well, that could have been hairy, but
that's what we were talking about before race start. These drivers just gotta watch out for that tunnel turn, especially clipping that outside wall there.
Yeah, and this is definitely going to be an interesting one. The cars have a little bit of understeer to them. Oh, Michelin is going to put Raffy's up into the wall. Doesn't really get too much worse than that, though, and Marcel is going to lose 2nd place. And now Marcel, we want to talk about him a little bit. He had a fantastic showing last week in Portland.
Yeah, he finished, if I'm not mistaken, he finished 2nd, but he finished 2nd right behind Funny Raffy's.
Yeah, and he had to earn it too. He battled Michelina, who's currently up in the 2nd, and also had to battle Narrows Arrows, who is currently right now trying to get past their team boss, who is sitting up into 5th place. We got trouble. The 2 Shark Motor Club cars collide.
I'm gonna almost spin my team boss. Not gonna be good if you're Narrows Arrows here.
Well, there might be a bit of a stern
in play.
There might be a little bit of a stern talking to in the office coming up on Monday, but they have completed 2 laps of competition down the main front stretch here. Right now, your current leader is Maxwell, followed by Michelina, then Raffy's, then Marcel, and then Rapid Skill in 5th place.
Yeah, Michelina up from up from 6 contacts with the wall. That is your race leader, but that's not going to lose him any time. Currently trying to defend from my teammate Raffi's. Raffi's looking pretty strong into turn 2, I believe that was.
Ooh, trouble.
Ooh.
87 into the wall. Marcel's going to try to go around the outside. Michelina squeezes him, forced to give him a little bit of room. It's 3 wide for second place coming into the final corner. Or it was, but Michelina washes up to the safer barrier. Raffi's trying to take advantage down through the middle of the racetrack. This is exactly what we saw last year here at Pocono. Just the kind of racing we come to expect from these big tracks here in the Electric Racing Tour.
And here comes Rapid, also looking into turn 1.
Oh, trouble!
Oh, contact between the 24 and the 7. That's
Marcel has gotten super lucky today, and Narrow's trying to take advantage too, but they're going to end up washing out on the bottom here. Blen is trying to, I think he's kind of just biding his time, trying to see if he can't make a move here later into the race. And now keep in mind, it is only lap 4 here in Pocono.
Between the 24 and the 7, or rather the 24 and the 4.
That's
not going to be good for either one of them.
I will say, I don't know if it was Marcel or Narrows that made contact with the wall there, but please keep in mind the wall pops, guys.
Also keep in mind that wall riding. I believe I saw Marcel doing that a little bit.
Definitely going to have to keep a lookout for that. We understand that the cars are a little understeery today, but that is not an excuse. I think even if the cars weren't understeery, you'd have to...
Little bump and run from the 4. Little bump and run from the 4, maybe.
Yeah,
getting side by side with the 24. The 24 has a response for him, though.
Ooh, still trailing on the outside. He has to let off a little bit in the tunnel turn. That's going to give the 4 room down on the bottom, and the 4 hasn't cleared him yet. 24 gets the speed back. He's going to slingshot him around the outside, heading into the final corner.
Meanwhile, here comes his 7 looking on that 87 machine. If Michelina wants to keep second, she's going to have to work hard to defend that position. Contact between the 2 of them.
There are multiple battles throughout the field right now. The battle for 2nd, the battle for 4th, and the battle for 6th ongoing right now as Blend making contact back there with Narrows. Arrows, we got a little bit of trouble there. And they're all over the joint here trying to get each other out of the way. Blend gets into the outside wall. This could be trouble here if they get up to Narrows.
Yep,
lap number 6.
Could. They just got to watch themselves.
Almost
contact
one
with the wall. It's the 7.
When they cross the line, they will have 35 laps to go, and we don't know what that pit window is going to look like. However, we do not expect anybody to survive this entire race without pitting, and it's going to be very interesting if this race does go green the whole way, what green flag pit stops are going to do to this field.
Yeah, definitely, especially with the battery capacity of these cars.
Yep, and electric cars compared to gas guzzlers, definitely a little, I hate to admit, but definitely not as durable in terms of how long it can keep the son of a bitch on the road. But a little bit of a bump draft there. The 7 gets bumped. 4, they both go to the outside wall. Raffi's carried too much speed, but got trouble. And that's going to bring out the first caution of the day, Maxwell and Michelina. That was beyond the 3-second threshold for a yellow. That will race back to the line 2003 style.
And that's going to see the 7, my teammate Raffi's, get up to the lead, followed by our team boss, Rapid.
You know,
definitely
the thing... Oh, I'm sorry.
Definitely going to be good for our team in terms of points.
And to be fair, I mean, Raffi's, we talked to him a little bit during qualifying. We asked him if he was going to try to go for the 3-peat today. He said, well, we can hope so. However, I'm not so great at ovals. He's proving quite the contrary here so far. Pit road is open, by the way, so we'll probably see some yellow flag pit stops. In the Electric Racing Tour, the race has to go green for a minimum of 5 laps between cautions in order for pit road to be open under yellow. So that is the rule here. Now, green flag, there is no real stipulation. You can pit anytime you want under green. However, under yellow, there has to have been 5 laps since the last yellow flag pit stops.
Narrow's also letting us know that he is in PMC, not, I believe you had said.
Oh, I said Shark, didn't I?
You did.
I thought I put they submitted a Ford scheme, and I thought I put it in. Sorry.
Anyways.
Anyway,
If I'm
so
not mistaken, I see one car staying out. Yes, that's the 24 of Marcel. We'll see. We'll see if this strategy gives him any advantage.
hey, Impartial, can you do me one favor and get the countdown for us?
Yep. It's 5, correct?
Yeah, or yeah, for pit road it's 5.
Okay. Be ready?
Yep.
All right. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
And here they come down pit road. Raffies leads them down with Rapid. You're taking a look at your Maverick drone camera as we follow these drivers down pit road. And remember, the red light is what's going to be what matters here. Now, this week, I actually got off my lazy ass for once and put in the pit stalls. However, I didn't.
Contact between the
Good
16
God.
and the 10. That's going to cause them both to lose some time.
That is not good at all. Every second matters with the type of pit stops we have. And now the question is, who's going to come out first? Raffies gets the green light. He beats Maxwell out of pit road. Raffies will get up into second place. He just barely avoided losing any more positions than he needed to.
Yep, our team boss also down in the order here. Rapid did also beat him. But still, both of those guys are going to lose spots.
Well, everybody will lose a spot because Marcel did stay out. So Raffies, he crossed the line first. He's now going to get demoted to second, but he wins the race off pit road. And if Marcel would have came down pit road, he probably would have kept the lead. But that's just kind of how it's gone. Marcel playing the long game here with his strategy.
And we're going to give a 1 out of 3 to the 7 for going through multiple pit stalls. So just watch that next time. Because I'm getting reports that the 7 went through multiple pit stalls.
Okay, so with that, Raffies, I will not award a 2 out of 3, or will not award a 1 out of 3, but I will send you to the back since it was under caution. So that means Maxwell, I need you to move to the top side unless Marcel decides he wants to move to the top there. But that's his choice. He is the leader. So Maxwell, I guess you'll move up to the top side.
And I'm also getting reports from Michelina that the 7 also did stop in her pit stall. So
I think I saw that, but he's going to be to the back because it happened under yellow. If this was green flag pit stops, that would have been a 1 out of 3.
Nothing other than the TTB happening to the 7 there. So
yeah, if you're going to do anything, try do it under yellow, unless it's so egregious that we can't really. Like if you run into a car on pit road like a bowling pin, then yeah, you're probably gonna get a 1 out of 3. But
yeah.
All right. So with the runoff, the 3-lap runoff that we do in the Electric Racing Tour, there will be 32 laps to go. And first 10 laps of the race, how are we feeling here about this? Maxwell is probably drunk. I hope he's joking about that.
But I'm feeling good. We've seen some pretty good competition today, so it's gonna be exciting to see what we have in these next 32 odd laps.
Yeah, it's gonna be a heck of a race to the finish, but the drivers need to make sure that we're ready.
Looks like the drivers are gonna be ready here.
All right, countdown is going to begin here in 3, 2, 1. Back underway here. Green flag back in the air for the Hershey's 175.
Yeah, that's 16 already to the back bumper of the 24 here. Trying to look for a position. The 12 almost going down to block. Not going to be able to do so in time.
Trouble! And Bled will rocket to the lead! The contact between Marcel and Maxwell, and he's having even more problems. 3 wide for second. We could see a flip here. Oh, no! Caution.
The
Maxwell
same thing that
and
happened
Rapid.
between the 7, the 87, and the 4. The same thing happened with me a few races ago. I forget off the top of my head which race.
And they're not done yet.
Unfortunate.
Michelina gives a tap to the 24, and Blen still holding on to the lead, coming down the front straightaway. This is the best Blen has done all day. Pit road is going to be closed.
Yep, the 4 almost spinning the 12 as well. The 4 maintaining P7.
Something tells me that the 4 and the 12 are going to be going at each other's throats all day. Pit road is closed.
Yep. And Rafi's saying that he tried to brake, yet he got stuck on it.
Not really shocked. Sometimes physics does not like us.
Yeah.
So Blen...
we do have a new leader, Blen, who did have to start from last position due to coming in late.
Yep. And he will now decide whether he wants to be on the inside lane or the outside. But Impartial, I need to ask you, if you're a driver right now and you're racing in this race, what lane would you prefer off the restart in this situation?
It depends though. If it's at a road course, I would definitely prefer the inside lane. But at ovals, especially Pocono here, I would definitely have to go for that outside lane just to try to get a run off of the guys in front of me.
I think you and I are in agreement there. And by the way, oh, we have a little bit of controversy here.
Ticker might be wrong here.
Yeah, ticker is definitely wrong. So, but it's only yellow. It's only a yellow flag. It's not the finishing order or anything. So we're not going to worry about it too much. Changing people's laps. Didn't even survive one lap, by the way.
Not even a lap.
All right.
I would say about a third or two of a lap.
Yeah, they didn't even make it into the tunnel turn before that issue. We kind of knew something was going to happen. I'm surprised Rapid didn't end up flipping. But the countdown is going to begin here in 3, 2, 1.
Broken.
Go. That's the worst part. I mean,
but hey, it wouldn't be ERT if the ticker didn't break.
Right. We're probably going to switch out admin for Southern Alberta. But speaking of Alberta, look at Maxwell down to the bottom.
Yeah, Michelina taking the lead as well here. He's definitely going to keep the guys behind. Oh
God, they're going to go 4 wide for third. They're already 3 wide for last back there. Michelina leads him into the tunnel turn. Rafi's second, narrows third. But look at Max. Max cleanly. Oh, trouble. Blen with a little bit of contact, but they get out unscathed.
Yep, you want to do everything in your power to make sure you're not getting contact with anybody, especially here at these 3-turn courses like Pocono, which Pocono is the only 3-turn course on the calendar.
Well, it won't be.
Anyways.
Southern Alberta is likely going to be a short track. If you've ever played like the old NASCAR games and, you know, go through like the career mode or whatever, you go to Levi Strauss Signature Speedway, it'd be something kind of like that. So that's the plan with Southern Alberta. Of course, we'll get started on that later this week, or actually later on, probably tonight. But that's coming up next week.
Yep, the 24 looking almost made it 3 wide for last there, but everybody does get through that, so.
And with that, Michelina holds on. Rafi's in second. Now, remember the story around Rafi's. He is looking for his 4th career win and his 3rd straight win in the Electric Racing Tour Hankook E-Cup Series. He won last week in Portland, and before that, he won the race in Brazil in Porto Alegre.
I got to point out, that Portland win was absolutely dominating. I was here last week officiating, which I'm sure everybody on the live stream knows, considering that I was giving the messages to Nick. Anyways, the fact that he was able to do that. Oh, contact between the 2 of them.
Looking to the inside. You might have to wait for that thought.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Rafi's back off a little bit. Rafi's back off. Let the 87 and the 12 by. Or not.
Ooh, contact.
Okay, technically he did let him by, but it's 4 wide. Oh, we got trouble. Dale Earnhardt. Caution is out for an Earnhardt in turn 3.
But going back to Rafi's dominant fashion, that Portland win.
Yeah, over 30 seconds was the margin of victory. And we kind of expect that with Rafi's, not to be racist, but he is an international driver. So we kind of expected him to kind of, you know, spank the field a little bit in that race at Portland. Pit road is open, by the way, and when we do the runoff, we will have 1 lap to go until halfway. In this race, We've been live for about 25 minutes. We've been racing for about 15 of that. And this race is going by pretty quickly. Now, that being said, we could see them, as a result, that's not very much time to really plan out your move. And that is going to really make this a situation where these drivers really start getting a little too aggressive for their own good.
Yeah, you want to avoid that aggression at all costs, especially if you're the leader of the race. And if you're the leader of the race, what I would do is I would just try to conserve my battery, try to conserve my tires, which tires don't lose grip throughout the race.
No, not here, but
I would just try to conserve that and keep my position.
Well, we got 4 people that have decided to say screw that, and they're going to come down pit road this time by. I think Narrow's speed might be broken. But they're going to come down.
It is at 10 speed.
He might have gotten pushed, but Narrows, or they, sorry. But Narrows is into their stall. Raffy's and now Max, and then also before that, Marcel.
A little bit of trouble getting into that pit stall for the 12. 12 almost going before the green light as well.
Almost, yeah. But that's not going to matter. Narrows is going to win the race off pit road. And Marcel making his first pit stop of the day. He did not come in when pit road was last open.
Hey, Nick, you know something we didn't do?
What?
We haven't talked about the Ionity fastest lap yet.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely right. Let's take a look at that real quick. Ionity fastest lap brought to you by Ionity, the official electric vehicle charging station of the Electric Racing Tour. Rapid Skill currently holds your Ionity fastest lap with a 46.051, the fastest of the day. And, oh no, hold on. Actually, we did not reset the... Actually, no, Rapid did not get pole, so... actually this lap, yeah, so this lap is valid. So, but right now, do you think we should probably reset that just in case, though? I didn't even think about that.
If it's saying that Rapid has the fastest lap, then I would say it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Especially since he didn't start with pole.
Yeah, so he's got a, everybody's actually kind of equal on pace right now. 46 is across the board. Funny Raffy's your pole sitter, or no, not your pole sitter. I think I'm smoking crack. He's got a 46.489. Maxwell was your pole sitter. He's only the 6th fastest today in this race.
Yeah, not sure what happened with his speed. 46.5.
The speed really, though, isn't the problem, though. His race pace has been fantastic. Yeah. With that being said,
Raffy's is also not ready at the moment, from what I've
probably got to take a shit.
Same with, I believe, the 24 of Marcel. But
Raffy's needs to reset. Yeah, you can reset.
With that Ionity fastest lap, my team has absolutely dominated.
I need to get a graphic prepared for next week for that. I've been trying to get one for the... I've been trying to make one, or I've been thinking about making one, too, for the driver spotlight. All right, Raffy.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I should, because we have one for Victory's first stop and stuff like that, but we might also have to just... We might generally just make an update to our graphics package. It's looking a little outdated. But, yeah, I designed my own graphics for a broadcast that I was supposed to have this week, but that did not go to plan. Okay, let's see if everybody is ready.
Just talking about my teammates real fast before the green flag drops. Raffy's and Rapid both have been doing amazing, especially today. Rapid currently 2nd. Raffy's with your Ionity fastest lap, just having to point it out.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, when haven't the Shark Motor Club cars done well this season? Rapid, he's kind of getting better as weeks progress, but he does have a win this season. Raffy's has 2 wins, and there are a few more too. Kane has a win as well, although he's been having some trouble showing up to the Cup races. But the drivers are all ready to go as we get ready to go. 1 lap to go until halfway. I almost said halftime. Countdown will begin in 3, 2, 1. Green flag back at 87, and that's a jump.
87 jumps. Yeah.
She did. That one is pretty blatant.
But going back to that, you mentioned it earlier. Rapid has a win. Raffies has a win. Kane even has a win. It looks like I'm the only one. So far,
trouble.
They managed to keep it going the right way. But anyways, I think I'm the only one on our team that has not picked up a win or a pole yet.
Ooh, the 4 goes on the outside, so does Narrows. They both kind of go into the wall coming out of the tunnel turn. And now down into the final corner. That 4 car still has the lead. Michelina overshoots the corner. That's going to open the door for the 4 to get underneath. That did slow down Michelina, though, so I will let that one go. But we are officially halfway through this race here in Pocono.
Now here comes the 4 looking into turn 1. Gonna get to that right
3
left
wide.
rear quarter panel.
Maxwell on the bottom, Raffi's middle, Blen high. He goes into the wall, gets to the back bumper of the 7. Contact between the 16, 12, and 7. Marcel and Narrows trying to wait for their moment to pass here. They're going to have an opportunity here coming up shortly. Contact, Michelina and Rapid down through the tunnel turn. They survive. Michelina to the outside wall. Raffi's gets her into the wall again. Or not Raffi's, but Rapid.
Rapid looking to keep that lead. But Michelina trying to mount a response, not going to be able to this time as Rapid pulls ahead to the lead of the race.
And let's get a perspective on that. This is going to be your Ami onboard camera with Quick Maxwell.
Maxwell hasn't really been doing the best this race. He was in the pole for a little bit of contact. Meanwhile, in the back.
Oh, in the back. Oh Lord.
He was towards the front, which he is now, looking on the 87 to 4. Meanwhile, the 87 going back to the lead there.
And there was a little bit of trouble back there between Narrows and Marcel. We caught that on our camera. So we got battles throughout this right now, and this is going to get worse as the race progresses. These guys are going to get more aggressive. A win is on the line, a potential overdrive spot on the line for some of these guys. As we look back into the points as well, if we can just get that pulled up for you here real quick. I guess I don't, but if we look back after Portland, right, Maxwell right now is he is tied with Narrows in the points. They both have 395 points. That is literally nothing like the only thing that's separating those two right now. Maxwell has 5 wins, Narrows has 0.
Yep, that's something that he's got to work on. 3 wide for the lead. Here comes the 12.
That could have been very bad.
She's able to mount a response to the 12. And the 4 also
16 watch the wall.
12 looking for a response to the 4. Gonna get it with help from that 3M number 16. What's that?
It's a dodge.
Number 16 machine.
Oh God, there's trouble.
Ooh.
Maxwell, get up. Maxwell, break. All clear. You're good. Sounded like a spotter there. But the 4 is into the lead now with the 10 potentially giving a push to him. Now they're racing like this is a super speedway. You'd think this is Daytona, not Pocono.
Right, especially with how aggressive these drivers are racing. Meanwhile, the 7 looking on the 24. Same thing with the 12 looking on the 87 to the 16. Contact between the latter two.
These guys are getting really dicey here as we get into these dying stages of this race. Lap number 26. Rapid leads another lap. He's got Narrows behind him. Now Blen slingshotting past the 12. He's going to get a push from Marcel potentially. Either that or he'll get left out to dry. It's going to be 3 wide for 3rd place.
Yep, Narrows up to 2nd, looking to get past the 4 here. At number 4, McLaren Chevrolet has been pretty rapid, no pun intended, in this race. Here comes the
trouble!
10,
Raffi's gets stopped! He's going to come back up the racetrack, collects Marcel! Caution is out! Oh, and that was just a shit happens moment there. That was just a racing incident from what we were able to see. Marcel and Raffi's, and Marcel will just let him by. And Marcel coming over the radio saying that's why you don't late block. He is looking pretty pissed off. Pit road is open.
Yeah, the 7 saying he didn't even try to block that. The 24 came down on him. If we do get that replay, we can confirm his suspicions.
And Narrows is complaining about Michelina as well, asking why can't Mish not drive. Apparently Michelina is watching the Norway match right now for the World Cup, so that might have something to do with it.
And I will admit, I'm the same way with the Cup Series, or with the Truck Series rather. something that happens, be it racing incident or not, and you're gonna definitely see some complaints from myself in chat. I just have to be honest and put that out there.
We only have one, I believe that's pitting. That appears to be trying to get that for you real quick. Never mind, Blend's pitting too. Who's that red car?
Red and Michelina.
Oh, that's not pitting. Red, that's freaking pink. Anyway. So the two Polish drivers getting ready to pit. We're gonna get this ready to go for the pits. If you are at the start-finish line, which there are 5 of you, do not go on the countdown. I know you guys are smarter than that, but you never know.
Yep, if you go, I will personally send you to the gulag.
Okay. Okay.
Anyways, countdown.
Countdown begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Michelina leads the 2 of them into the pit lane. So far, pretty clean between the 2 of these guys.
Michelina and Belen, great friends off the track. Like we said, they both hail from Poland. They know each other in real life as far as I'm aware. And Michelina, the truck champion from last year, she's trying to chase the Cup championship as a rookie, trying to pull a Lightning McQueen and try to go for the title as a rookie.
Yeah, speaking of that, I'm also trying to go for the truck title as a rookie. I know we did talk a little bit before the race saying that I was in contention for Rookie of the Year. It'll be interesting to see how that develops.
And of course, we'll get all that and more ready to go when we go live for pre-race for the truck race at Southern Alberta. We head to Milk River, Alberta, just only a few short kilometers away from the Alberta-Montana border. That's all coming up next week on the Perez Sports Network. The Truck Series back in action for the first time in 2 weeks.
And the 16 looks like having a little bit of issues with his pit limiter.
Uh-oh, that's not a good thing.
See if he tries to reset it or if he just has to deal with it.
Well,
Marcel also a little bit happy the Truck Series coming back in a week's time.
Yep, and Marcel with a pretty sizable lead. He's pretty much all but locked up the truck championship at this point, or the truck regular season championship, rather.
Regular season championship.
Remember, we still got Overdrive to officially crown the champion as far as the record books are concerned. 13 laps to go here in Pocono. And it's going to be interesting to see how this shapes out. And I can't wait to see.
You have slower laps usually.
Speaking of laps, before we get going, let's get an update on your Ionity fastest lap. Rapid Skill with a 46.051. That is going to be your fastest lap so far. I think he overtook Rafi's. I think he had the fastest lap. And then your pole sitter, Maxwell, is dead last on your Ionity fastest lap with a 46.583. So I don't think he's going to be getting the bonus points today, but he will get the 5 bonus points for qualifying on pole.
I do believe Rapid had the original Ionity fastest lap when we first checked on that. So
that's
I believe
fair
he
enough.
is maintaining position at the moment. Arrows up into second with that, just 3/10 shy of Rapid.
Pretty ironic. Those two cars are also 1-2. Countdown is going to begin here in 3, 2, 1. Green flag back in the air at Pocono.
Part of me just wants to do that because I love doing that, especially in RA Cup Series.
Yeah, I like doing that too. I'll let you do it on the next caution, but something's wrong.
3 wide per second.
4 wide for first. There was 4 wide. We just barely caught it on our camera. Michelina moves to the outside. Maxwell, the pole sitter, on the bottom, looking for another win. He's trying to get himself back out into the lead here, but if he finishes behind Narrows today, that will drop him below the cut line with about something like 3 races to go, I think.
Yep, and if that happens, I believe
Or 4 races,
was
actually.
Maxwell gonna have to absolutely lock in these next 3 races. But
And
here comes the 12. Meanwhile, looking on the 87.
Big
and gonna
push.
get help. And gonna give help to the 87 to keep her in front.
And again, they're racing like it's Daytona. You're seeing a lot of those moves. Rapid just made that hellacious push to the outside. That looked like something you'd see in the Cup Series at Talladega or Daytona. Oh, we got trouble! Maxwell narrows now to the inside. They go hard into the safer barrier. They were able to keep it straight enough, though, coming into the tunnel turn.
Rapid lurking on that 87 machine in front of him.
Maxwell issuing an apology.
Going to the inside, that number 4 McLaren machine. Not gonna have the momentum this time as they go to the front stretch for 11 laps to go here on Red Sports Network.
And Raffies is dropping like a penny atop the Empire State Building. He just got 2 positions taken away from him in one front stretch. Maxwell, Blen, and Raffies all in that blanket for 3rd place, while Michelina and Rapid try to battle for first. Both drivers looking for their 2nd win of the season. Raffies goes to the outside wall. Narrows gave him a little bit of help there.
Now the 87 still looking to keep the rest of the field behind her, but Rapid, he's looking absolutely fast, almost getting a run on the 87. The 12 going to come behind and give him a little bit of a bump, trying to get that 2nd place position. The 2 onto each other's side pods. Side pods being the term in Formula 1. Anyways, here comes the 16 to give the bump to the 4. That lets the 4 get up into 2nd. 3 wide for 3rd behind them. The 12 going to take advantage of that, getting 3rd.
And Michelina continues to lead coming down to the tunnel turn, but Rapid has the draft coming off of that. And this is going to be interesting to see if he can make a move to the inside. Michelina goes to block. She's learned a couple of lessons from Portland. Oh, good Lord.
Ooh. Yep, she has learned. She has learned, definitely.
Remember,
keeping it clean.
Remember, she prioritized that inside lane at Portland and eventually learned to switch to the outside, and that paid dividends in a couple of situations. That time she did have to try to go to the inside to block, and that was a good job stopping the run there by the 12. That is something, or the 4. That's something out we'd see out of an experienced veteran. We got contact though. Maxwell, oh, hard into the wall. Caution is out. Blen and Maxwell. That was a hard lick to the outside wall. Hopefully he's okay. Thank God for that safer barrier, but that was a hard lick. And Raffi's trying to... Are you still there? I think Impartial is dead. With that being said, now back onto the front stretch. Raffi's is going to come back to the start-finish line. 8 laps to go. It's Raffi's, Michelina, Rapid, Narrows, Marcel, and I think that's Blen back there. Yes, it is. So that being said, we'll be restarting with 5 laps to go. Pit road is open. So with that, pit road, like we said, pit road is open.
I did see the incident that caused this caution. Unfortunate for those 2.
Yeah, it was a hard lick to the outside wall, and really not. I think it was just one of those racing things, really, but it was a messy situation. But I don't really feel like this race has been very out of control. We've seen a few cautions, yeah, but it's not been anything that it really wants. In my opinion, it's not really been anything that makes you want to, gouge your eyes out with a screwdriver.
Pretty clean, surprisingly, especially at this 3-turn oval, where you're definitely gonna have plenty of aggressive racing.
And so they're trying to fix each other here in the order. Rapid Skill trying to get his stuff situated here. Apparently Michelina, or I don't know, did Raffi's cross the line first, or was it Michelina? I can't remember. But either way, we're going to have 5 to go.
Yeah, they're saying Raffi's crossed the line first.
Well, our official, our transponder is obviously drunk.
Ruffy's crossed in P1. Michelina was second.
Now that being said, remember, I do believe the timer goes off based on when the vehicle seat touches it. So that is something to keep in mind. They could have been in front of the other when the vehicle seat crossed, but the nose, obviously, that's why we have film for that. But with that being said, drivers should be ready to go. 5 laps to go. Do you think we're going to see overtime here?
I would say with especially this aggressive racing, there is always a chance to see overtime, but hopefully not.
We need Larry Mack in here to give us the rundown as to what the trends are for how many times we've gone into overtime here in ERT. But drivers are all ready to go here. Marcel thinks that we're going to see a 1-lap shootout. Countdown begins here in 3, 2, 1. Green flag. Oh, you
Green
say
flag
it.
back in the air. Yes, Nick. Please remember that. The 7 looking to stay ahead of his team boss, our team boss, I should say. That is my team owner, my team boss as well. Coming down on the 87.
What's this hour you speak? I don't race in this series. This is my league. I don't race in it.
I'm talking about myself, the guy fighting for the lead, and the guy all the way down in last.
Michelina still holds on. It's 3 wide to the lead. Oh, got trouble. Rapids to the outside.
There. They keep it clean there.
Watch the contact and watch the wall pops going into the corners here, guys. Marcel and Rapid just kind of doored him there.
Not gonna end well. Michelina holding the lead. She wants to get revenge from last week. He did
4
not
laps.
finish
Oh, got trouble. They keep it going.
They keep it clean.
No yellow just yet, but I think you're right. We could see an overtime here. And Narrows is kind of...
Like I said, these aggressive racers... My English is not Englishing today. Anyways.
Impartial American, my ass.
The 4 moving up into 3rd. Dark Motor Club currently at a 2-3, looking to get into the lead and 2nd respectively. Here comes the 7 looking on the 87. Not going to have the momentum to catch up to that rear quite yet, but here comes the 4. Rapidly, no pun intended again, rapidly catching up to the 7 in front of him. 7 gonna start to look to the inside.
Oh, Rappies, he's got it. He's got her. He's got her. They're gonna come side by side, but here comes the fall. Rapid, that was one of the stupidest moves I think I've ever seen. Caution is out. He just went to the outside when there was nothing there. Joey Logano would be proud.
My prediction was right. Caution is out. 3 to go. Rapid.
It's not going to be a 1 out of 3, but I'm just going to give him a verbal.
Verbal warning to the 4. Rapid looking to keep his spot.
I think he might have lagged. I think something tells me he may have lagged.
Michelina, it looked like crossed the line first for that, but I do think Rafi's got it.
Well, Rafi's is listed, but the ticker is not always right. You kind of have to believe your eyes at that point. So, but as it relates here, Rafi's will be restarting first. Pit road is going to be open here under overtime conditions. Let's remind our audience what overtime is in the Electric Racing Tour. I know the drivers are sick of me describing this every single freaking week, but the audience, for those who are new to our live stream, or if you're watching in the archive in the future, in the Electric Racing Tour, we have overtime similar to NASCAR, except the difference between us and NASCAR is we have limited overtimes. They have unlimited. You get 2 attempts at a 2-lap shootout, which is basically, you know, we restart with 2 laps to go. If a caution comes out on the 2nd overtime attempt, it will be a 1-lap shootout. A 1-lap dash to the line. Of course, in the Electric Racing Tour, once that white flag drops, the next flag to end the race will be the checkered. So with that being said, they have 3 attempts, and if they fuck up the last attempt, then sucks to suck.
Yep, it's the same thing with that RCRL racing series, which I do officiate for, where is kind of like a white flag 1 lap or 1. white flag racing. Especially when somebody spins, so
Narrow's
it's
just
interesting to see it.
Narrow's just said over radio, I love when drivers drive like Stevie Wonder. I mean, we might have a radio sweetheart here for this race.
Now, Raffy's also saying over radio for Marcel not to jinx it.
Because Marcel thinks that we're going to have a one-lap shootout. He did say that before we restarted earlier, but the countdown is going to begin. Oh, wait. Is everybody ready?
Countdown is not quite going to begin yet. Everybody ready?
Everybody is ready. Countdown will begin in 3, 2, 1. Green flag.
Green flag back in the air. Nick forgot again that I wanted to do that.
Well,
Anyways,
you're going to get another chance. I guarantee it.
I guarantee it as well. But anyways, Michelina looking strong on that restart. Marcel to her bumper. Looking to the high side. Looking to the outside. Gets to that right rear quarter panel. Gonna hit the wall hard.
Ruh-roh.
Not good for him.
Oh, God, we got trouble. Marcel, they're going to keep it going. Still green. Oh, no. That's the third time Raffy's has gotten dumped today. They're the outside wall. Caution is out. Maxwell and Marcel.
That's a 2 out of 3 for overtime.
Could be a 1 out of 3 there. I'm not sure. It might have been just a racing incident. Either way, everybody's getting upset with each other. Raffy's is getting ticked off that he's just gotten wrecked for the third time today. He got dumped earlier on in the race. That brought out I think it brought out our second caution.
I believe it was our second caution. Raffy's is complaining about getting dumped time and again.
Narrows is saying, thanks, Glenn. I love walls. My favorite diet.
Not quite what we need here in Shark Motor Club.
Pit road is open, by the way. It is under overtime conditions. Pit road is open.
Yeah, wait, how am I P3 on the timer thing?
Because you crossed, I don't know, you crossed the line like 4th. I don't know. I don't know why it does that, though, to be honest with you.
Why is it 1 lap to go already? We're on two. Yeah, we're on our second.
I know the ticker says that, but it is not the final lap. This is overtime attempt number 2, though, so this will be your last attempt with the 2-lap shootout. So don't screw it up. And the countdown is going to begin in 3, 2, 1.
Green flag in the air. Nick remembered it this time. Michelina getting a good start, but Raffy's rather right there behind her on her bumper. And he
contact.
make it 3 in a row or Shark Motor Club.
Narrows nudged that 4 out of the way with her butt.
Raffy's has had the pace all day. The Peruvian Shark Motor Club driver absolutely doing an amazing job for our team.
Oh,
this
they run to the outside! Contact! Oh, they cut! No, we got another red. Caution is out! We're gonna have a 1-lap shootout here at Pocono!
Marcel!
The 8th caution of the day.
And Marcel saying over the radio, he did get pushed. What a finish! Michelina leads from Raffy.
Michelin, I will give Michelin. Well, I have to give Raffy's the lead there, but I know that Michelina did cross the line there.
I'm gonna flip it. I swear now, I'm gonna drop every position. Don't say that.
Nah. Neymar scored a goal. Good lord, I thought he was retired. So with that, remember, pit road is open.
For the final time this race.
Just a friendly reminder, we are going to be heading back across the border next week as we head to Southern Alberta Speedway, the brand new triangle-shaped oval coming to the Electric Racing Tour. If you've played any of the old NASCAR games, you might know Levi Strauss Speedway. That is kind of what we're looking at here. except probably not quite as sharp, I guess you could probably say. I don't know. I haven't designed the track yet. That's coming up next week, though, on Perez Sports Network, the best sports on the best network. And also, not only that, we do have a couple more international races coming up. We are heading to the Netherlands in 2 weeks' time. Michelina, you've wanted this track for a while. We're heading to Raceway Venray, a real-life former NASCAR Euro Series track in the Netherlands. And then we're also heading to another real-life road course after that in Germany, Motorsport Arena Oschersleben. That is coming next, or the week after the race in the Netherlands, and then we're rounding out back in America with the final regular season race at Michigan. That being said, the final lap here in Pocono as Michelina leads with Raffi's on the outside. Are the drivers all ready to go for the final time here today?
Yep, and that number 7 has been nipping at the 87's heels the entire last part of this race, and so it's gonna be exciting to see if he can claim 3 in a row here. He just needs a good start with help from our team boss behind in that number 4 McLaren machine.
Raffi's currently your points leader by about 50 or about 49 points. He's looking for 3 in a row here today. But with that, drivers are all ready to go. Countdown will begin in 3, 2, 1.
Green flag in the air for your final lap, sponsored by, I forget the sponsor crap.
1 lap to go, presented by Hankook.
Yep, thank you for that. Anyways, Michelina, she has the lead at the moment. Here comes the 12 passing the 7. But don't count out that number 7 yet.
Oh, the 7 just went into the outside wall. Michelina trying to get him into the tunnel turn. Here comes the 4 to the outside. Maxwell now to the bottom. He's got a toe off the 87. He could have room. We're going to go on board. Here comes Michelina out of the tunnel turn. Contact. Raffi's into the wall. He's got the 4 pushing him. This could be their last chance here. Can Michelina get her first oval win in the Cup Series? Into the final turn for the final time. Here comes Ralphie's to the outside. The 12 push and shove it. Michelina will get her first oval win in the Electric Racing Tour. Or at least in the Cup Series.
And it's just quite unfortunate for that number 7 over the radio saying he'll take P2.
And this
Such
is
an amazing battle between those two. And a quick update on your Ionity fastest lap. It's still Team Boss Rapid Skill with a 46.051. So he is going to win those 5 points.
And those are bonus points that Rapid really, I'm not really going to say that he needs them, but definitely it gives him a boost in the standings as he tries to hunt down Michelina, although good luck doing that now that she has won. But she's going to do the Polish victory lap. She is Polish, unlike Alan Kowicki, who's just Polish-American. But she is going to do it here at Pocono Raceway. She does this every single time she wins. And with that being said, the results as they stand right now, obviously unofficial. We'll look back at the film and we will go from there. We'll have all that ready for you. Obviously, we have a race results channel in the Discord, so drivers, you will be able to look at that later on and see what the official results are.
Yeah, but good result from that 87 machine. She definitely needed that. And we are going to get her to pit lane once she does to victory lane. Once she does burn it down here.
Well, and we'd like to remind our audience that this victory is fueled by the same ones who fuel you. Victory's First Stop is presented by Maverick, Adventure's First Stop. And Michelina, she won multiple races last year in the Truck Series en route to the championship at Boysen Motorsports Park in Shoshone, Wyoming. And she gets the win here, her second career Cup Series win.
Yep.
In the Cup Series as a rookie, again doing the Lightning McQueen campaign here.
Yeah, she has 5 podiums and 2 wins in her last 5 starts, so not necessarily going to need it, but she is going to absolutely deserve it here. Well, as she does pose for her photo with me in the Mercedes terrorist terrorist shirt, which you can buy off of the lobby in the ERT racing electric racing tour hub. If I can start to get my words right.
Yeah. Yep, you can buy this shirt. 5 Robux, by the way, I believe is how much we're charging for it. It is a certain flag that I'm not allowed to say on YouTube, I don't think. Stylized in the Mercedes wording and the logo, like the little pinwheel logo, because we all know Mercedes had a bit of a reputation last year in Formula One. But Miss Shalina gets the win here at the Tricky Triangle. I'm not really going to say tamed it, because she had a couple of incidents in this race. She got a 1 out of 3 earlier. However, with that being said, we are going to take the picture here in 3, 2, 1. Picture. Michelina gets the win, her first oval win in the Cup Series, and she seems to have an affinity for the big tracks, because she got her first career truck win last season at Perez Motorsports Campus, an Indianapolis-style oval. But she kind of has a knack for the weird-shaped ovals here. She won on a brick. Now she's won at a triangle. Can she do it again next week in Southern Alberta? With that being said, Impartial, just give me some of your thoughts on the race this here today, and if there's any closing remarks you'd like to say, just say them.
Yeah, before I do that, I just want to point out real quick, Rapid and Raffies, that is not what we need in the Shark Motor Club Discord server. So just please stop that. Anyways,
Okay.
interesting race today. Very, 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 very aggressive. Very, very quick. Michelina definitely did deserve that win. And just look forward to the Truck Series next week at 2 p.m. Eastern, and I believe that's going to be it from me.
Well, and of course, with us, all of us up here in the booth, it's Nick the Rabbit and Impartial Immortalis. Here from Pocono Raceway. It's the Electric Racing Tour on Perez Sports Network, the best sports on the best network. Next week, we head to Milk River, Alberta for the brand new grand opening of Southern Alberta Speedway. And then we head back to reality as we head to Raceway Venray in the Netherlands the week after that, to finish off the fictional tracks, at least for the regular season. With that being said, the Marty Robbins 87 Ford wins here today at Pocono Raceway, and nobody died. So that's definitely a good thing.
Yes.
But with that being said, that's going to sign us off here from all of us here at the Perez Sports Network. This has been Nick the Rabbit with Impartial, and we will see you next week in Alberta. And until next time, always remember to stay charged. And until next time, and you know there'll be a next time, have a good one. Michelina wins at Pocono Raceway.